Warning. This is something that all of us use on a daily basis. Well, most of us. And it makes you question, should you leave your money in the bank? Well, I think if you're banking with this institution and I'm about to tell you that's about to close over 135 locations, you might want to start thinking about checking into putting your money somewhere else. Hey fam, welcome back to the channel. So as you can see, I'm looking a little rough, okay? I apologize, but we cleaned our garage out, and then, well, both the garages, and then we had to take a lot of stuff to the dump, things that we were renovating, and tore out walls and all this other stuff, cabinets, and so we had to take that to the dump. And y'all, I'm beat, okay? I came home, took a shower, and then I should have just laid down, but I started looking online. But I found something, and I need to let you know this today. We are truly living in unstable times, and I know a lot of people don't see it, and that's fine. I'm not here to convince those who have not seen it, but I am here to let you know that you need to be preparing for the unknown as much as you possibly can. Think ahead to things that you will need down the road, and go ahead and start prepping and getting those items now, stocking your household, clothing. Winter is coming up. Make sure you're getting those warm weather clothes together, socks, shoes, jackets, hats, gloves, hand warmers, heaters, whatever it is you need, candles, whatever, okay? So what this story is about, you see the title, we're going to have to start watching our money as much as possible. So I do have a couple of stories. I will make sure I link both of them in the description box so you can read them entirely in full, because I won't be doing that today, okay? So y'all, let's jump right into this video. But before we do, please take a moment, hit that like button if you have not already, and if you haven't subscribed to the channel, turn that red button gray and become a part of the TBH family. Help this video get out to many more people by hitting that share button, and all of what I just asked is free 99, okay? So first story is about store closures, stores that are closing. Some are starting August 16th. So you know that I have talked to you about many stores that have said they were going to close, like Walmart, Lidl, Kroger, and a few other stores. Even the Amazon stores said that they will be closing as well. So the following store will be closing, and I'm going to give you the stores, and I'm going to give you the dates, okay? It's quite a few, so take notes or rewatch this video if you have to. So the article reads, several store closures set for August or later in the year have already been announced. In July, it was revealed that Kroger would be closing at least 2 of its locations this month, one in Little Rock, Arkansas, and another in Plano, Texas. And I did stories on that, and you can look for the links for those down in the description as well. The Portland Press Herald also reported in July that the popular chain Olympia Sports is shuttering all of its retail stores before the end of the year. A spokesperson for the company told the newspaper that all 35 of its remaining stores would close by the end of September. So also some of the stores that will be closing possibly are CVS stores. It says your local CVS could be one of the locations the company is closing over the next 2 months, okay? According to several news reports, the popular drugstore chain is shuttering at least 5 stores throughout August and September. The first closure is set for Camp Hill, Pennsylvania, where the CVS on Market Street will shut down on August 16th. That's the CVS on Market Street that will shut down on August 16th. Okay, it goes on to say they recently reported a week later another CVS in Pennsylvania will shutter also. The company confirmed to the Standard Journal that it will be closing the door to the location at Watsontown on August 23rd. Okay, the other CVS, you guys, is in Watsontown on August 23rd. Also, following the closing of the Watsontown, the CVS in the Friendship Heights neighborhood of Washington, D.C. will close on August 25th. That's the CVS at Friendship Heights neighborhood of Washington, D.C. will close on August 25th. Per Poville, I probably said that wrong, you guys, and a location in Rockville, Maryland, is set to shutter on August 29th. So we have one closing in the Friendship Heights on August 25th. You have another closing in Rockville, Maryland on August 29th. And then here's the rest. Also, next month in September, CVS has plans to get rid of another store. Okay, this store is saying it is in Warrenton, Virginia, which is closing on September 27th. That's Warrenton, Virginia, closing on September 27th. The majority of the employees are being offered positions at other locations. Now, whether they take that, I don't know. That might be far from where they live, and with the cost of fuel nowadays, y'all, unemployment is going up. Don't listen to them when they tell you that unemployment is looking better. It's really not. It's really not. And with these stores shuttering like that and closing left and right, things are really about to hit really hard economically. There have been many stores, CVS stores, that have been closing, and even though they like to say, you know, it's in the best interest of the community to be able to get their medications and things like that, these closures have been taking place. They started back in June with California, North Carolina, and Florida. Then in July, both the CVS in Texas and in Georgia were permanently closed. The recent closures and those that are set for closure in August and September are part of a larger initiative CVS announced last year. Again, I will leave that link in the description box so you can read that whole article in full, and especially if you're in that location. And please share this video out, you guys, so people around you will know what is happening, what is going on, because a lot of people are under the assumption that things are better and things are getting way better, and that time will happen, but that time is not now. We are living in an unstable world, and it's a lot of frustration going on with people not being able to either purchase items. A lot of people living off of their credit cards right now, which is not really a good thing to do. But let's get into this next major thing. Okay, rarely do you hear about a financial institution closing. So what I'm about to tell you might affect you, and if it doesn't, share the video out, because maybe someone you know actually banks with this company. This article will be down in the description box for you to read in full, okay? It says, financial setbacks and staffing troubles that have been exacerbated by the pandemic and inflation rising to record heights, and mass closures aren't stopping anytime soon. In April, analysts from financial institutions said that over 40,000 to 50,000 retail stores in the U.S. would be closing over the next 5 years. I've told you about pretty much all of the stores that have been closing. I've been trying to stay on it for you guys. I told you about H&M, which permanently closed 240 of their stores. Well, say they are going to close 240 of their stores by the end of this year, 2022. And also Sears closing 70 of their hometown stores. I gave you that report as well. So let me read this article, some of it, and the rest you can read on your own. So it says it's not just grocery stores and clothing companies that are starting to shut down. PNC Financial Service Groups just confirmed that it is closing a total of 135 locations within grocery stores in the near future. So if you bank with that company, you better beware, okay? And they started doing this at the end of July. And we are now, I think, at around August 7th or 8th right now, depending on when this video comes out. They've already started closing over 135 locations that are located inside of grocery stores. The article also goes on to state that PNC, which is a Pittsburgh-based bank chain, is closing around 127 in-store branches at Giant Food and Stop and Shop supermarkets throughout Maryland, New Jersey, Delaware, Washington, D.C. The other 8 locations closing are located within ShopRite stores in Pennsylvania. It also says that most of the 135 in-store PNC branches will be closing in waves. I didn't realize, but PNC is the 4th largest bank chain in the U.S., which more than 2,500 branches spread throughout 26 states, but a spokesman or spokeswoman for the company told the Business Journal that the decision to close more than 135 store branches was made following a careful review of its business model, strategic goal. So they're closing these 135 branch locations that are in these grocery stores, but they're also opening up 15 brick and mortar branches that will open in the Northeast and Greater Washington region throughout 2023. So we're going to keep our eyes on that and see if they actually do that, or are they just going to close down and then change their mind about opening those brick and mortars, which is going to, push people to have to drive even further out. And maybe some will want to change up from PNC because they might say, well, they're cutting locations. They might be having troubles. Maybe I need to pull my money out and put it in a different bank or do whatever with my money. So you guys check into that. If you're banking with them, or if you know someone that is banking with them, let them know what's going on. So you guys, that's the end of the video. I hope that it was helpful. Hope you found it informative. Please give this video a thumbs up. Share it out if you can. Leave me some comments down below. Let me know what's going on in your area still with the shortages and things you're seeing out there in these streets, okay? And let's say a prayer for everybody, because everybody's gonna need it. We are in for a bumpy ride, you guys. So y'all take care. I love you, but God loves you more. He created only one you. Be the best you that you can be, and when you are, go out and spread God's love with distance if you have to. Peace, love, and light. Thanks for being here on Tommy Bites Homestead.